Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Carla. I am an eBay reseller based in Bristol in the southwest of England, and I also have a bullet journal which I've been filming a few videos of and uploading for anyone who might be interested to see it. So this is something that I use just as a to-do list to try and improve my productivity, but also as an outlet for creativity and for relaxation. Sometimes you just get to the point where you think I need to do something calming. I'm not much of a one for colouring in as such, but I do quite enjoy sketching out pages for my bullet journal. So this is my December video, and what happens is each month I take you through how the pages from the previous month worked for me and how I've set up the pages for the following month. So in this December video you will see how November went and how January will look. So there's my Goodbye October page, which if you have been on my channel before you'll have seen at the end of the last video. Here is my Welcome November page, and I went with a raindrops theme, a rainy November theme. So I started with Well Hello There November. I actually draw an umbrella out of my own little head, but I did have to actually look on the internet to copy a picture of Wellington boots. I don't have imagination for drawing. I can copy, but I cannot just visualise things in my mind. This is my November monthly spread. A monthly spread is just an overview of the month in general. And as you can see, I barely use this, so much so that I've given up using it for January, as you'll see in a minute. I've talked about dropping this page for a couple of months now, and I've decided that I just don't need it. This is a page that I do not utilise. So there's that one. Every month I do a gratitude page, which is supposed to remind... This page is a bit thicker because the pens went through, so I had to stick two pages together. Just to remind me, sometimes you get to the end of the day and you think, you know, life is terrible, blah, blah. So if you try and think of one thing each day that you're happy about, I think it's a positive thing. So it says gratitude teaches us to appreciate the rainbow and the storm. And I drew a rainbow, although it did come out more like a protractor that we used to use in school for geometry lessons. But there's my rainbow, and I filled it in. It was not coloured in at the start of the month. So every day I coloured in the appropriate numbered square, the numbers are there, and then wrote something that I was happy about each day, something that was a pleasant memory or whatever. And this was my third and final cruise savings page. I'm off for my cruise in a couple of days' time, and I've been doing a colouring in savings page every month to save £150 each month towards my spending money. So this time I drew a pineapple. Surprisingly easy to draw a pineapple once you got into the swing of it. And each, I suppose it's a spike, isn't it? Each little spike was worth a £5. I had drawn more than I needed, so you'll see that some have no numbers on, and I just coloured those in before I began. Only a couple that have no numbers on, down here for example. And each time I saved a £5 in my jar, I coloured in the appropriate spike of my pineapple. Maybe they're called something else. I don't know. Point. You couldn't have a November rainy page without having a quote for November rain. So there's that one. You've seen this before, of course. My mood tracker went quite well. As you can see, there seems to be a pattern of happy days. It's not actually set out in weeks, so I don't know. I couldn't look at that and say, well, I'm always happy on Mondays. And it might be interesting to add days of the weeks to them to see if I'm always happy on Mondays or whatever. But certainly you can see that towards the beginning of the week I tend to be happier, and towards the end of the week I get tireder. But my productivity is a bit scattered. The light grey ones are tired, so I was tired frequently. I was relaxed a bit, fairly happy, and only a few gloomy days. So that wasn't bad for a wet and rainy November, really. Interesting to look back on that. My November listings challenge went quite well. I set a maximum of 20 per day. I just find breaking down listings makes it more bearable. Nobody enjoys listing. And some days I didn't do any at all. Towards the end of the month I got very unproductive. But then I think if we compare that to here... Oh no, no excuse whatsoever. I was going to say that was when I was... This is when I was at Caroline's. I've got no excuse for this at all. Don't know where I was then. Doing nothing, apparently. And then into my weekly diary pages. They all went very well. I've been using them as a to-do list. I discovered this was a trial setup. Did I need this one? I discovered not really, because I don't use the notes section very much. There are a couple of things covered up that you guys just don't need to see. They're kind of personal things. Every Wednesday I track how my YouTube channel is growing, not for any particular reason, just out of sheer interest really. But yeah, so the to-do lists are working quite well for me. Saturday's always a bit empty. Look, I should do interesting things on a Saturday. I have a little box here which I track my earnings in. You guys don't need to see that, but that worked quite well for me as well. I just pencil it in as through the month. Every time I pay myself from eBay on a Sunday, that's my payday, and I pencil in what I've earned that week, and anything else I earn during the month I pencil in, and then at the end of the month I add it up and write it in pen and put it there properly. So that was week 5. My habit tracker. What we have discovered week in, week out, month in, month out, is I don't drink the flaming water. I'm going to give up tracking 4 glasses of water. Plainly don't ever drink any water. Don't like it. Fish do things in it. The cleaning. It's not that I don't ever do any cleaning, but this was supposed to be a 15 minutes concentrated cleaning blast every morning, which is why I haven't marked off that I've done it. It's not that I haven't done any cleaning for a month. It's not that my house is a complete... Well, maybe it is. Anyway, it's the fact that I haven't done the 15 minutes concentrated blast that I was supposed to do in the mornings with a timer, bombing around like a maniac. So that's why I haven't marked off that I've done that. Again, I would like to get into the habit of doing that. They say you only have to do a habit for 2 weeks before it becomes natural to you, but I don't know. This one, which is a personal private one, goes fairly well, although as you can see there were 6 days in the month when I didn't do that one. This is a givey-uppy one. Not a do more of, this is a do less of one. And so you can see the days, 7 days in the month when I was a bit weak and did not manage to givey-uppy that thing. Eating at home, again, not a great one. The idea of this one is that I will eat at home every day, all day, and I will not go out to eat. And as you can see, I'm very bad at that one. I go out to eat a lot. I like going out to eat. I like other people to prepare my food, bring it to me on a plate, take it away and wash the plate up. That's what I like. No spend days, also not great. I like spending money. Tidying my bedroom is supposed to be a quick 5-minute tidy before I get into bed at night so that I don't wake up and have to face all the eBay stuff ahead of me. But it's been more and more difficult over this last 6 to 8 weeks because of the charity sacks that I've been buying and the lack of space in which to store them. And I must admit there's been, I've been very defeated by it, and I'm not tidying my bedroom as much as I should. But hopefully I will. I've still continued to track that as a habit, so hopefully it will step in. £50 sales on eBay, as you know, that's not out of my control. I just track that, and it's interesting to see. I'd had a very good month, actually. I only had 5 days in the whole month when my sales were under £50 for the day, so I was very happy with that. And my daily savings is just to remind me, every day I put X amount into little pots, £1 in this one, £2 in this one, to save up for various things, to have sinking funds. So that's just to remind me to do it, really. And my Farewell November page is just a page where I put a few little nice things that happen in the month that I'd like to remember. So Mum and Dad are coming for Christmas this year, and I found that in November. I have had some really fabulous friend mail throughout the month, which I've done little videos of. I had several batches of fun with my friends Lex and Caroline, separately, not together, although I'm sure we could have had fun together as well. And I got all my Christmas shopping done, which was a bit of a plus because of going away this month. And then there's another quote on there as well, just to fill up the space, really. So we've flipped straight past December. I've drawn a Farewell 2018 page there. I did consider, did I want to start an entire new journal? And the answer was no, I want to carry on and work through this one. So, and then I've also done, oh, can't turn the page, a 2019 open page. So this is 2019, and so the adventure begins. I'm not sure why I think 2019 would be an adventure, but let's be positive. This is a 365-day challenge, and it's also known as the penny a day challenge. And the way it is supposed to work is that on day 1 you save 1p in a jar, on day 2 you put 2p in, day 3 3p, and I'm sure you can see this is going. By the end of the year, on day 365, you'll be putting £3.65 in. And if you do that successfully, at the end of the year, you will have saved £667.95. Obviously, the first parts of the year, it's tiny, isn't it? A penny, 2p, 3p, 4p. Anybody found that? The problem with this bit is that towards the end of the year, when money is getting tighter because we've got Christmas coming up, the large amounts are more difficult to find. And so I don't do it in order, I do it randomly. So I drew myself out a brick in the wall page because I think of tiny bits of money as little bricks in the wall. I put my total there to remind me what it is. And I'm saving this for Christmas next year, but I've started it early because I want to have finished it, obviously, in time to buy the Christmas present. I don't want to finish it on the last day of December, which is why some of these are coloured in already. And that just goes into a jar as I colour them in to save for Christmas next year. And here we are into January. So my January theme is snowmen and snowiness, general snowiness. Again, this is a doubled up page because I did this page and the pens went through and ruined my snowman, so I had to stick another page on top and do him again. But there's my January opening page. Very simple theme. With January, I've gone for very snowy kind of colours, so black and white, and then there's a bit of kind of icy blue later on. So my gratitude page is just in black and white there, and it's just a line a day. There'll be a bit more space. When I think back to this one, for example, there was a lot less space on the rainbow to fit stuff in, so I'll be able to write a bit more on this one. Might be interesting. Quote down there says, "Gratitude turns what we have into enough." Another thick page where, like I said, this pen went straight through onto the page. And then I've done a habit tracker and mood tracker on one double page spread. My habit tracker I've gone, sorry, I've got itchy nose. My habit tracker I've gone much smaller, taking it down just to a little grid. This is to remind me to take medication. Again, I've got eat at home there, and again, I can only tick it off if I haven't been out to eat that day. Although I suppose if somebody else paid, it didn't count. I don't know. Tidy my bedroom, £50 sales. No spend. Do my daily savings. This private one's still there. Be on the Slimming World plan and 10 drafts. I've taken out the cleaning blast, complaining not doing it. And I've taken out the water. So the medication is a new one, and the 10 drafts is a new one. I want to build that into a habit of doing 10 every day. It's too easy to come home and go, I'm too tired. It doesn't take very long to draft 10 items. I need to pull my finger out and get on with it. And then my mood tracker is a little happy snowman, and this will be the scarf. And these are the colours, and there are my emotions. So if I'm sad, I will colour it in black, and meh, and then not too bad, and then happy, and then ecstatic, basically. I will colour in his scarf. So he's going to end up with a very purpley black scarf, but again, that kind of tied in with my theme for the month. My January listings challenge is the same grid style as I've had in the previous month. I can't find it now to show you, but the same grid style as that one, basically. There are 20 boxes atop, although I didn't number them. 20 boxes across, and I think I'll do a little cross like I've been doing for my mood tracker, my habit tracker for this month. I've just been doing a cross, so I think that's what I'm going to do in this one. A quote page there. It says, "Before you act, listen. Before you react, think. Before you spend, earn. Before you criticise, wait. Before you hate, forgive. Before you quit, try." So this is a bit of a motivational page for January. And then into my weekly spreads. As you can see, I've dropped the monthly spread altogether. I don't use it, I don't need it. So here is week 1, and as there were only 6 days, because January starts on a Tuesday, had an extra box, so I popped my January earnings in there. Little kind of a notes box, and there's Olaf from Frozen, who I also copied off the internet. My week 2 page, again, I'm going very, very simple, black and white, grey, and a little bit of blue. Week 3, week 4, another quote on that page. It's from Elton John's song January. It says, "Every month means a little something, but January is the month it cares." Very difficult to find quotes about January that I liked, if I'm honest. So there we go, that's week 4, and then week 5 will just be the 4 days, because I like to tidy up and end at the end of the month. And this is some washi tape that was sent to me by Rebecca. Thank you, Rebecca, if you're watching this. She sent me a lovely parcel of goodies for Christmas, and this washi tape was in there. And looking at it very closely, I think it is snowflakes, isn't it? I couldn't decide with my ancient eyes whether it was snowflakes or compasses or skulls and crossbones, but it is snowflakes. It is. So there's week 5. And then I've got a saving for summer, which it might seem strange that it's a snowman, but I wanted to fit in my theme. And this, this is not a specific, but I will probably want a summer holiday, obviously. And so this is just to keep me in the habit of saving each day. I don't want to stop. I've done very well spending money for my cruise, and I want to keep up the momentum on that. So he's got a bit filled in down there at the bottom because he actually starts on the second line, and his hat's filled in a bit because it ends there. So he'll be coloured in. It'll probably just be grey, apart from his scarf will be coloured in his nose. He'll be coloured in as I save through January. I haven't done my Goodbye January page yet because I feel like I've forgotten something. I haven't done an additional bookshelf page because I've got plenty of space actually left on my previous one that's in there. Plenty of space left on that one, so I haven't done a bookshelf page, but I might need one because I am going away and I might read a lot while I'm away. So we shall see. I think that's one of the reasons I've left a space. But if not, then that will be my Goodbye January, and we'll open February there. We shall see. So, thank you for watching. I'm sorry that there is no time-lapse this month of me drawing stuff. I did film a bit and then I lost the footage, and I've been somewhat busy, what with organising the Secret Santa and trying to get stuff ready for Christmas before I go away, because when I get back on the 21st I'm not going to want to have to do it all then. And going away myself to Caroline's and having Lex come to stay and various other things going on, I've been a bit busy, if I'm honest, to film myself drawing. It's not that I haven't, as you can see I've done it, but quite often I sit and do it at night and then the light's no good for filming and blah blah blah. Excuses, I just haven't done it. I'm sorry. But thank you for watching. Thank you for watching my channel at all. If you're not subscribed and you'd like to, bash the little button that's down there somewhere. Hit the thumbs up on this video if you've enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in January with next month's video. Thanks for watching. Bye.